What's up, YouTube world? Y'all seen the title, man. Today's video is going to be talking about the struggles of sobriety through the holidays. Sobriety in itself is a struggle. It's a day-by-day thing. We got to keep our minds positive and, keep ourselves focused on the goal at hand. To those of you who don't have issues, this video is not for you. You can go ahead and get off of here. This is for my people that may have been dealing with alcoholism. They're trying to get sober. They're been sober, but now it's the holidays. This video is for them, man. For all of you that don't know, I was an alcoholic for 10 years. Didn't even really know it because I was so caught up in the moment, and all the people around me were all participating in the same thing and made it seem cool. When you're hanging around birds of a feather, you tend to flock together, So I say that to say this, man. When you're trying to stay sober, you got to have a good friend group. You got to have the right people around you. It's okay to have friends who drink if that's what they want to do. But what you want to stay away from are those friends that don't take your sobriety seriously. They don't take your best interest at heart seriously. When they know that you've either struggled in the past or that you're struggling or that you want to get away from alcohol, and yet they still peer pressure you every time they see you, even though you've told them multiple times, like, hey man, I don't drink no more. I'll come hang out. I'll eat some barbecue. We'll listen to music, but I don't drink. And they steadily keep on pressuring you to, like, come on, bro, just do one shot, drink one beer. Or, everybody else is doing it, man. Come on. Like, those are the people you gotta cut off. You gotta stay away from. You gotta distance yourself from. You can still love them, but from a distance, because obviously that they don't take you serious and they don't care about your best interest. That's been one of the biggest things for me is, dealing with that bit of loneliness that comes with sobriety. Unfortunately, 90%, I don't even know the statistics. I'm sure one of y'all could let me know in the comments, but I'm sure it's a very high percentage of people in America especially that drink or drug or do something, of that nature to party or whatever. So you got to keep your mind straight and find people that are like-minded. Now, I can't tell you what'll work for you. I suggest that you try different things and see what works best for you. But I can tell you what has worked for me. And I'm going to tell you, going to the gym has been one of the biggest factors in my sobriety. You go to the gym, you can meet like-minded people that are also in the gym. Most people that go to the gym don't drink. They don't put poison, in their body because they care about their body. Obviously, they're there at the gym. Now, there are a bunch of people that I know who work out and they drink, and hey, kudos to them. But, but for the most part, you're going to find like-minded people in there who also don't drink. You're doing it for a reason. You got to remind yourself why you are being sober. Was it because you're tired of the hangovers? Was it because you're tired of being irresponsible? Is it because you're tired of neglecting your family? Is it tired of being the laugh of the party when you get too drunk and you do something stupid? Is it because you, make a bunch of bad decisions and end up, talking to other women or talking to other men that you're not supposed to, or you're spending your money, you're gambling. That's what I used to do. I used to get drunk and then I paired it with gambling. So then, I'd wake up in the morning and my bank account would be half-ass drained. And I'd be like, what the hell? Don't even remember it. Like, oh, bro, you kept on wanting to put money in the machine. You kept on wanting to shoot another round of dice. You couldn't take no a loss. You know, that's the biggest thing with gambling. Like you don't, you know, especially when you're drinking, in your mind you're like, I can beat them, and so you want to keep going and going and going until, what do you know, the house wins every time. So yeah, it's just, you got to have a plan before you go to these events. You know there's going to be a peer pressure. You can't really stop it. You know people are going to want you to be on their level, because whenever they see somebody that's sober, they tend to put a mirror on themselves, and then it makes them very uncomfortable. So your best option is to not go where you know there's going to be a lot of heavy drinking, or have a plan before you go. I had a buddy invite me over the other day to a barbecue. I went over there. They all started drinking. Kept on asking me, did I want some? I said no. Asked again. I said no. His buddy asked me. I said no. And it made me very uncomfortable. So what I did, hey bro, I gotta go. Oh, why you leaving so early, bro? Didn't even tell him why. I didn't get angry. I didn't get upset. I just told him I had to go. Something came up. All right, bro. And they had no idea the real reason why I was leaving. So, you know, you don't always got to let everybody know what you're doing, you know, if that works for you. Or just be real with them. Say, hey, bro, I've asked you so many times, bro, you know I'm trying to stay away from drinking. I still came over to hang out, and yet you want to get me to drink. Like, that's not a good friend, you know. So, there's that. Another thing I suggest you do is just to stay busy. Boredom is going to be your number one factor that people, you know, want to grab a drink. They want to grab a smoke. They want to grab something to entertain themselves. Like me, that was one of my biggest things when I was an alcoholic. It was, I'm an introvert, so when I would drink, it would make me come out of my shell. Next thing you know, I'm the life of the party. I'm having a good time. I'm buying other people drinks. I'm dancing. I'm making jokes. I'm the funny guy, you know. I'm everybody's, until one too many drinks, and now you're not the funny guy. You're the asshole of the party, you know. And that was my biggest thing. I got tired of making myself look like an ass, because I would never drink responsibly. I would keep pushing the limits and keep pushing the limits, and everybody else would go to bed, and I'd keep drinking, and that was my own issues. It's not everybody else's issue. I'm just giving you guys an insight on what I dealt with. I know not everybody's the same, and you know there's different levels of alcoholics. I wasn't the alcoholic that got up at 7 o'clock in the morning and started drinking. I was just the more of the social alcoholic. I wouldn't even drink unless I was around other people that were drinking, but then I would always try to outdo them. For whatever reason, it was, you know, a stupid thing, you know, just, oh, you know, I can drink more than you, watch this, you know, it's stupid. But just, yeah, you got to stay busy. Stay busy. Hang out with your kids. Hang out with your animals. Do some projects around the house. Oh, you know, start a garden. I don't know what people's hobbies are. You know, tinker around in the garage. Whatever you guys do to try to stay busy, just do that. You know, get up early. I got up at 4 o'clock this morning. I made a little bit of content. I went to the gym. Came back. Made some breakfast, hung out with my dogs, hang out with my kids, you know. And my bad, y'all, somebody called me and ruined the video. I had to split this in. But yeah, typically I don't do no edits. I just let it ride and show y'all I'm real and authentic. But this is part of it. So anywho, like I said, hanging out with your kids, man, and hanging out with, find things to do to keep you busy. And that's going to be your biggest, you know, tool to help you keep your mind focused, you know, keep your mind off of the drinking thing. You already worked out. You already did some exercise throughout the day. You're already doing stuff around the house. You're not worried about that, you know. And then here's the thing, man. You just got to remember all the times and look around. When you're sober, go hang out at these parties. I encourage y'all to go to these parties and watch your family members or your friends and watch them get drunk and watch how they act. And it's going to be a reminder to you on what not to do or why you're staying sober, you know, because you'll see your friends, they'll start arguing with their wives or their girlfriend. Next thing you know, they're fighting, or you'll see people start fighting at the bar, or you'll see a guy climb on the table with his belly out, or just, you know, just throwing up. You'll see people throwing up. You'll see people just do all the wild stuff that, you know, alcoholics do. And it'll give you a swift reminder, like, yeah, that's not my group of people. You know, why am I even here? This is lame, you know. So yeah, that's been one of the things too. You know, you got to protect your momentum. If you've already been sober for a week, 2 days, a day, you just take every day at a time. That's what I do. I just take every day at a time. And, you know, for me, it was easy because I drank myself so much for 10 years that even the thought of alcohol now, it makes me really cringe. When somebody, like my buddy, offered me a shot the other day, it just reminded me when I used to take those shots, and I could just kind of feel it in my stomach even though I didn't drink it. And I was like, oh, hell no, dude, I'm not doing no tequila. Oh, I remember when I used to drink tequila and throw up all over the place. Ugh. Or, oh, man, I'm not drinking no Crown Royal, man. I remember when I used to drink Crown Royal, and that shit used to make me do all kinds of crazy stuff. So, you know, just keep those reminders in your head. It's not worth it, you know. For the people that are struggling, again, this video is not for people who are functioning, you know, responsible drinkers. There are plenty of them. I got plenty of friends. They drink responsibly. They have one or two and they're good. Or they have one and they're good. This video is not for them. This video is for the people who struggle, or people that are just curious and want to hear an insight of what it's like, you know. But yeah, protect that momentum. You already got a couple days under your belt. You already got a few hours under your belt. You gotta, you know, when you make that decision, look yourself in the mirror and tell you, stand on business. Just like when I try to encourage people to work out, you already got that first couple of days of working out. Yeah, it sucks, and every day it gets a little easier. Every day it gets a little easier until the point where now it's just lifestyle. You know, it don't bother me at all. I'll tell my friends that hit me up drinking, nah, bro, don't even ask me. Matter of fact, block my number since you don't want to respect my boundaries. How about that? You know, or family members, you know damn well that, you know, the same friends that want you to drink be the same friends that laugh at you on your downfall. So don't fall for it. Don't fall for it at all. You know, these occasions that we have, everybody uses them to justify getting drunk, and it actually takes the fun out of it. For me, it's like the 4th of July is supposed to be, you know, a day to remember our, you know, independence, you know, that we fought for and that we overcame, and just a day to reflect on being grateful and thankful that we live in such an amazing country. But you know what? People use it as a day to get drunk. I'm gonna start getting drunk at 8 o'clock in the morning. Woo! You know, it's just a day for them, a free day to let it all hang out and get as drunk as possible. You know, and I guarantee they wake up in the morning and they regret it because they're hungover and they waste their entire next day, or they can't make it to work, or, you know, I used to be the same person. That's how I know. And you know, and then it's just every holiday becomes, or every occasion, it's like, oh, well, it's this person's birthday. And for people that have a lot of friends and family, there's always an occasion. It's always somebody's birthday. There's always a holiday, an anniversary, Valentine, you know, just any day. And they use that as a reason to get as drunk as possible. I was one of them. Like, oh, what? It's 4th of July? Yo, let's grab 5 30 packs. Let's get 3 bottles of liquor. We ain't going to bed tonight. We're just hanging out and we're getting drunk as we possibly can. And like I said, to each his own. That's what you do. I just keep it away from me, because like I said, I don't even like being around drunk people. I don't know about y'all, but when you're sober, when you're drunk and you're around drunk people, you don't really realize it. But when you're sober around drunk people, it really can get quite annoying very fast, because they're all in your face, they're all being loud, they're all repeating the same thing over and over, they're not making sense, they're saying things that typically wouldn't say, they're acting tough, they're acting like a goofy, as they say. So I try to stay away from that, you know. And to the people that are keeping their head on a straight and narrow path, man, I encourage y'all. I'm proud of y'all. I don't know if anybody's telling you that, because nobody tells me nothing. Everybody give me shit every time I messed up, or I was acting dumb, or I was throwing up, or, I was cranking the music up super loud, or, I was just being dumb. Everybody gave me crap the next day. Everybody wanted to talk shit, and everybody wanted to say, man, you need to quit drinking, you need to do this, you need to do that. But then when I actually got sober, I don't get anybody, not one person, not even my own mom, hits me up and randomly just says, hey, I'm proud of you for being sober. You don't get any encouragement when you do good things. Just like when you go to the gym, more people are envious that I'm in shape and that I'm doing good, rather than looking at where I came from and being happy for me where I'm at. They're just jealous because they don't have their own drive and motivation to do it for themselves. They all, it's just, it blows my mind how people are such haters. Like, there's just haters on the internet all day long. I expect it. I don't read the hate comments. Say whatever you want. Call me whatever you want. This message is supposed to be a positive message to help other people that are struggling, because I know how hard it is, and I know when you don't have somebody in your corner, how easy it could be to relapse. I could easily go to the gas station right now. Nobody's stopping me. I'm a grown-ass man. But, I'm doing it for myself and for my children and for my family. You know what I mean? So it's just, I've seen so many accidents already. It's not, today's 4th of July. It's just now like 10 o'clock. And yesterday was the pre-4th of July, and so many accidents, so many arrests, so many people like just doing the most, And I feel bad for the people because they get, so like I said, man, I'm proud of the people who are staying true, or not letting peer pressure get to them, because it's not easy. Just like going to the gym is not easy. You got to just be consistent, one day at a time. One day at a time. We ain't worried about yesterday. We ain't worried about tomorrow. We worried about today. That's all we got to do. We got to keep our head straight, and that's it, man. And after that, that's it. So stay strong. I appreciate anybody who stuck around this long. Do me a favor. Hit that like button, leave a comment, subscribe if you think this was helpful. I'm gonna try to be more consistent, and try to push a positive message out there in this negative world, So if I can help one person, which I already have, and in some of my other videos, people have reached out to me, that's all I do it for. I don't care about all the other stuff. People can hate and, oh, well, you only got this many views. Well, yeah, the algorithm hasn't pushed me yet. Okay, big woohoo, whoop-de-doo. Oh, you only got so many likes. Some people watch the video and like it, and they just forget to hit the like button. Whoop-de-doo. If it helps somebody to stay sober, then that's what I'm doing it for. If it helps somebody want to go to the gym, that's what I'm doing it for. If anybody don't know, I'm trying to be a fitness coach and some like a lifestyle coach. I want to help other people. Maybe it's not alcoholism they have a problem with. Maybe it's food they have a problem with. Or maybe it's gambling they have a problem with. I used to binge eat. I used to binge gamble. I used to watch porn. I used to, do all these different things that were just poisoning my body and my mind. And now that I've released these things and I'm on a straight and narrow, my life is nothing but elevated. I'm in the best shape of my life. I have the best relationships with the people that are in my nuclear family. And everything else is just going good. So, I mean, it works for me. It might not work for you. You might leave me a comment and give me a tip. I don't know it all. I wish somebody would give me some tips and tricks to try to, and to keep me on the straight path, because it's so easy. The enemy is would love to see you slip. The enemy would love to get their claws back into you. All these people would love to see you back on the ground to make them look better. See, when you're up here and these people are down here, they envy that. But if you're down below them doing goofy stuff and they get somebody else alive, it makes them look better, even though they're a piece of crap, And so don't let them people win, man. We ain't letting them win. We knocking the haters down. Anybody wants to hate on my videos, hey, that's what I'm gonna say to you. But other than that, man, ain't nothing but positivity, man. All you faceless accounts and trolls and anonymous people, like, man, go somewhere, bro. Like, this is the whole reason why the world is messed up the way it is. You like, You take your time out of the day to hate on another person. If you don't like my message, just keep it moving. That's what I do all the time. I see people I don't like, I just keep it moving. I ain't gonna get under their comments and say some goofy stuff. Like, come on. Like, that makes you super lame. So, hope everybody has a great 4th of July. Hope everybody stays safe. You know, cook some barbecue up. Let me know where you're from. Let me know if I can come get a plate. Y'all can come get a plate. I'm in St. Louis. You see where I'm at. Come get a plate. Pull up. Ribs, ribs, burgers, brats, the chicken, the whole thing, you know. That's how we do it. So I'm going to eat good, that's for sure. A lot of protein. And probably some cheesecake too, I ain't going to lie. I'm going to have me a little cheat meal today. So y'all be easy. Until the next time. I hope this helps.